Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. And now, celebrating 15 years of broadcasting, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, whether you're tuning in on the radio dial here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM or WYADonline.com or through our online affiliates around the world. We're glad to have all of you with us as well. I'm really excited to welcome to our program today Riccardo Ulivi. He's the head of North America for Experience for Airbnb. And I actually found out about Airbnb actually by accident through someone who I follow on social media and also on YouTube, Evan Carmichael. He's always singing the praises of Airbnb, of course, of how we can be a great guest, but also, of course, about the benefits of Airbnb as well. We're going to talk to Riccardo not only about that, but also about the great relationship that's been happening between the creative community as well as, of course, those who have been able to use and to be able to benefit from Airbnb. Riccardo, hello to you and welcome to the program.
Hi, Cyrus. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, the pleasure's definitely all mine. As I said, I found out about Airbnb by accident, actually, Riccardo, because of Evan Carmichael, who I follow online. He's an entrepreneur that so many people respect, and he travels a great deal. So he's always talking about, of course, how we can be better guests, but also about the benefits of Airbnb. Now, I want to talk to you about, for one thing, about the creative community and how they've been able to be involved, because one of the things that I've noticed in talking to individuals about Airbnb is that there definitely is a great relationship that takes place. How can the creative communities, Riccardo, help foster local culture and even benefit local economies?
Yeah, absolutely. So, traditionally Airbnb has always been about home sharing. And so we have a number of creative artists, designers who have an extra bedroom or an extra home, and they're able to leverage the Airbnb platform as a way to make some extra income, to maybe help fund their passion, help fund their stay in their home. We found that about 45% of our hosts that are creatives have multiple jobs, and so Airbnb is almost like a great way to enable like a side hustle. And so you can either rent out a spare room, or on the experiences side, which is Airbnb's newest product, which allows anyone from a filmmaker to a designer to an architecture buff the ability to essentially create what we call experiences, which are local activities that are led by a local who has a certain passion around a very specific topic. So if you are a photographer, you can take folks to do a photography experience of downtown Jackson. You can see how the city is redeveloping in the entire downtown area. This person can talk about the history of the community and the architecture. And so we have a lot of creatives who are leveraging Airbnb not only to host their space, but also to host an experience. And these experiences are a great way for creatives to help fund their passion, continue to expand their profession and scope as an artist or creative.
Right. And, Riccardo, you bring up two really good points. One, of course, is, for all of us creatives out there that are looking for ways to be able to get some extra income, bring extra money in to help us with our passion projects, this is a great way for us to be able to do it by hosting an Airbnb. But also, of course, the benefit it is for the traveler, being able to provide that experience. So let's talk a bit more about that. How does Airbnb work with creatives then to provide these unique experiences that you mentioned for travelers?
Yeah, so we're seeing a trend in travel as a whole, and people are looking for more authentic experiences, right? They don't want to go spend an hour waiting in line to get into the museum that's got thousands of tourists. Travelers are really looking to immerse themselves in a local culture, in a local community, and so designers or creatives or artists are able to tap into that demand or that desire for these travelers to help showcase their city through a different perspective. So we have artists all over the world who are able to come to Airbnb.com. They can create this experience. They get an online profile. They set the price. They set their availability. And then any traveler or any locals going to their market can essentially book a spot on the experience. So this way the creative is able to, again, showcase their passion or showcase their skill to a global audience. and make some extra income to help fund that passion or for any other passion projects they might have.
And this is something that Airbnb has been able to do now for a decade, Riccardo. And I noticed when I was prepping for this segment, right, this is something that your family, you know about firsthand with your own parents, of course, being hosts. You mentioned, of course, Jackson, and, of course, our Mississippi audience will smile about that. I mean, can you share any other experiences, of course, that are happening locally?
Yeah, so when we launched Experiences, we launched in 12 cities. That was about 2 years ago. Now we're in about 1,000 cities all across the world. And so in Mississippi, I'd have to look at the specifics, but we have different types of experiences. Again, I know that downtown Jackson is going through a big renaissance with construction. So we have folks who maybe want to take you to like an architecture tour of the cultural and the transformation of the city. Maybe you have a number of different artists. Maybe you, for example, want to host an experience where you showcase the ins and outs of hosting a radio show, right? I, for example, may have an interest in learning how to become, how to podcast, for example. Well, I don't know where to start. And so maybe I can actually go on your experience, Cyrus, and learn about the ins and outs, learn about some tips and tricks, and then take that sense of transformation back to my home and start to host a podcast myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So it really does show, as we were saying in the beginning, Riccardo, about the great relationship that can take place. One, of course, the economic benefits that can happen, by hosting on Airbnb, but also, of course, those that are traveling, the benefit that they're able to get. Again, everyone, Riccardo Ulivi has been our guest for this segment. He's the head of North America for Experiences at Airbnb. And you mentioned the website earlier, Riccardo. Would you mind giving that out again for our audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking for more hosts, right? We have a mission where we want to enable 1 million new entrepreneurs, and so we do believe that this platform is going to give any local artist or creative a chance to start their own business. And so to learn more, you should go to airbnb.com/creativehosts, and there we have some more information about getting started. We'll walk you through the sign-up process, and if you have any questions, you have folks there you can reach out to and ask. So it's airbnb.com/creativehosts.
Again, congratulations to you, Riccardo, and the great folks at Airbnb, and looking forward to our next conversation together.
Great, Cyrus. I appreciate it. I look forward to come visiting you in Mississippi.
Hey, we're looking forward to that as well. Thank you. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. If you all came in late, you missed part of the conversation with Riccardo, don't worry. Thanks to our online friends, you all can catch the replay right after we go off the air. The link is already available through our social media site. So head over to facebook.com/Cyrus Webb or go to twitter.com/Cyrus Webb. If you click on the link there, you can listen to the show completely for free and share with your friends from there too. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let's make it a great one.